Hello and welcome back to the Xpert 11 Road to Glory series. In the last part we finished season 29 and had a very good change report where two players got a double jump. And in this episode we'll be starting our preparations for season 30. I made a few squad number alterations. I've given Aquiles Santamaria and Raymond Hargreaves their favourite numbers in 16 and 11. While the eagle-eyed of you will notice there are a few names in this squad that you aren't familiar with. The first of those is Arthur Pendragon, the youth goalkeeper that was just promoted in pre-season. The plan is to keep him as a youth goalkeeper, try and develop him and then sell him on if he increases in skill at all. If not, we'll be stuck with a dud keeper, but it's a price you have to pay, I guess. He has the greedy SQ, however this isn't as bad as you might think it is. It's just simply the more win bonus you set, the better he'll play, so you can potentially play an outstanding keeper with Pendragon here. He will be our cup goalkeeper since I will be using the cup games this season solely for development purposes. I then signed this guy, Emil Silke, a 17-year-old 4-skill defender with a hard shot ability. I signed Silke because Gavril Gorga is getting closer and closer to retirement, and among the youngsters of the squad we had no free kick specialist, so I decided to bring this guy in, but I would rather have a proper free kick specialist in this team. As it is, as the team's growing up, his hard shot ability should make up for having no free kick specialist. His performance drop is affected in the same way all rounders are affected by playing out of position. Unfortunately we were going to get him for about 400,000 econ, but his price skyrocketed in the last few moments and he became worth 1.1 million econ, which is still actually less than what he's actually worth. Nevertheless, this guy will be on our team for a long time to come. So it's 2 in, 1 out, as Emil Silke and Arthur Pendragon join and Kiko Prahiado is sacked, as I don't feel he'll be good enough in the long run. And now it's time to take a look at our opponents in Division 6 for next season. Along with us last season, Belfast City and Roma United got promoted. However, Belfast City are in a different Division 6 to us. Roma United, however, are in the same Division 6 as us, and we've got a load of new opponents this season. Belfast City may be gone, but there are a ton of tough opposition for the upcoming season. We are the weakest team in this division. There are 3 9-skilled teams, 4 8-skilled teams, and us, the lone 7-skilled team in the division. So let's take an in-depth look at every team in this division. Deportivo Celisol, a 9-skilled team with 21 players and an average age of 27. They also have a squad value of over 36 million econ. They are a mixture of experienced players and youngsters. The key man in this team appears to be number 30, Felipe Pouchet, who was a deadly free kick taker and will likely give loads of teams problems this season. Second opponents are Pirkland FC, a 9-skilled team with 22 players, an average age of 28 and a squad value of about 36 million econ. They have a nice well-rounded squad here with a few star players, including new signings Jeffrey Mannering and Lorenzo Arnau. Along with that, Bahem Kruis and Ronald Koeman will be deadly threats in midfield. The strike force was lagging, but was bolstered by the signing of Dermot Froggatt. Goalkeeper Ramiro Couto will be hard for us to break down too, with so little in our squad in the way that is better than the goalkeeper. Real Peeps, an 8-skilled team with 18 players, an average age of 24 and a squad value of staggering 74 million econ. It is likely we may be facing this team in a relegation dogfight, but they have a good manager, so who knows, they could be title contenders. Like us, they have a very young squad and will be relying on the goals of Jeremy Benham to keep them up, or challenge for the title, whichever way the division goes. Roma Eterna, not to be confused with Roma United, as that's a completely different team from this one. This is an 8-skilled team with 21 players, an average age of 28 and a squad value of 30 million econ. They were recently relegated from Division 5, so they will be looking to go back up at the very first attempts. They have a pretty nifty squad to go about this too, with one of the best goalkeepers in the division in Robert Budino. Up front they'll be relying on Elton Corrin to get the goals they need to go back up. The other Roma is one you should be familiar with. It's Roma United from last season. They've had a change report, so their squad is slightly different for this season. but nevertheless they are 8 skilled team with 16 players, an average age of 27 and a squad value of just over 27 million econ, which is the second lowest in the division, the lowest being mine. Cecchini is the third best goalkeeper in the division, and they have the same key players from last season like Eustacio Videra, Nicholas Bjorkland, Gerrit Vart and Marco Antas. Promising youngsters like Piero Diaz-Levi and Antonello Fava back up their star players. Sadler City, a 9 skilled team with 18 players, an average age of 26 and a squad value of 55 million econ. Judging from those stats alone, they'll be one of the promotion favourites. That said though, they have said in a press release that they'll be concentrating solely on development. Over a squad like this, getting promotion wouldn't be out of the question, would it? Their biggest weakness is probably at keeper, with young Stefan Mailer in goal as first choice. Goals from Anthony Hitchcliffe and Frank Pearson should make up for this, however, with Horacio Azera as backup if one of them gets injured. Last but not least, we have the King Punks, a 10 skilled team with 18 players, an average age of 27 and a value of 58 million econ or so. These are the promotion favourites in my opinion. They were recently relegated from Division 5, but they have the strongest squad in the division, and they will probably be this season's Belfast City. That said, I'd say the competition in this division is a lot closer than in Division 7 last season for me. They have one of the best goalkeepers in the division in Charlie Sanders, and one of the best strikers in the division in Amancio Guerra, who's going to be a huge threat up front and is going to cause people all sorts of problems. Midfield duo Freddie Winkup and Zhao Cao will be expected to pull the strings for Amancio Guerra up front, as the King Punks looks for an instant return to Division 5. Oh, and will you know, they're our first opponents of the new league season. So, next time on the Xpert 11 Road to Glory series, we'll be playing the first league game of the season in Division 6 against the King Punks. If you enjoyed this video and want regular updates on my videos, hit that subscribe button. If you'd like to play Xpert 11 yourself, there's a link to the description below. I've been the A Person, I'll be back next week for more Xpert 11. See you guys then!